this morning?
You know, I mean, yeah, it'll be a game time decision on him tonight, but I'm glad to see that he's finally gotten, you know, healthy, and anytime he can join the group, it makes us a better group.
What do you think the challenges will be for him individually after missing the
6
last 2
days?
days?
Well, I mean, stamina's one thing if he plays, is the big thing. And I mean, a little bit of rust, but I mean, these guys are great athletes. I think that's more of an excuse than anything else. So to me, it's more of stamina that, you know, you've been lying in bed and not doing a lot for the last little bit. So we'll see how he feels tonight after skating. Like, I mean, it might be a fatigue thing where he can't do it. So we'll see.
One player doesn't make a team, Bruce, but without a prolific player, a team cannot kind of look like it needs to look. Did Elias have that kind of an effect on your team?
Well, I think, you know, he's our leading scorer, and, you know, he leads in a lot of categories. He's in the penalty killing and the power play. I mean, you can see the difference with him out without there, not being there and being there. So he is a big difference. I mean, I can, you know, you take take McKinnon out of Colorado's lineup. No matter how good that lineup is, it's not doing as well. Take McDavid out, and I can go down the list here. When you lose your better players, I mean, this is the league based on better players, and so it's we're glad to have him potentially back for tonight. But I mean, I think for sure tomorrow night. So it's you know, it gets your team a little bit more complete.
You need a lot of tools in your coaching toolbox. Sheldon Dries is kind of one of those Swiss Army knives. You can play him in the middle, you can play him on the wing, he can be on PP2. What's he meant to you, and what level of appreciation, Bruce, do you have for a guy who just keeps grinding away at his career?
Well, I mean, I really appreciate those guys because I've been through it myself as a player. But like every time we've sent him down in the last year, you know, he's said, "Don't worry, I'll have a great attitude. I'll be back. I'll work my butt off to be back," and he has. And when you play him, put him in any situation, all he's doing is giving it his best. I mean, there's no pouting about whether it's 8 minutes a game or 14 minutes a game, and he's going to try and try and try. And sometimes it's not good enough, but a lot of the times it is good enough. So Swiss Army knife is a pretty good term for him because he can play. He never complains about where you play him or power play, or I know he can kill penalties. We haven't used him there yet, but I'm sure that's coming at some point.
What have you made of Lane Peterson over the last couple of games since you had him up with the group?
Well, I mean, you could see he can skate. Like, I mean, he's got a nose for the net, even though he hasn't scored. He's got a good shot. So, I mean, it really hasn't been that fair in that we haven't played very well in the last 2 games. So, I mean, it would be nice to see the team going well and him going well. So, I mean, we'll get a better read.
If Elias is back, looks like do you want to run with the Horvat, Miller, Pettersson down the middle? Is that something? Because you talked about that early in the season, but you wanted to build Miller up a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think if you had your druthers, I mean, those 3 centermen would make you as good up the middle as most teams in the National Hockey League, but it sort of weakens your wingers. So, I mean, we have to do what we can do to field the best team and put them in the best positions to succeed. So if that's the case, then we'll do it. But if we have to load up 2 lines, then we'll do that as well.
How much of tonight's goaltending situation will factor into what you do in Edmonton tomorrow night?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is Spencer tonight, I would imagine.
Yes.
Light load, chance he could go?
There's always a chance you can go. Listen, we're desperate for wins. I don't know if that's the right word, desperate, but we really want to win. So whatever we feel, like we're worried about tonight and only tonight right now, but I mean, whatever we feel we need to do tomorrow, you know, I mean, we'll do tomorrow if it means success for us. So that's our goal.
There's been a lot of positivity coming out of Abbotsford. One of them is Travis Dermott getting into the lineup with his type of injury. How nice is it to hear that he made it through a full hockey game?
Yeah, no, he made it through, and that's good. I mean, it's been 30 games since we've had him, plus preseason. So, I mean, anytime he can go through a game and play well and do well, then that's great.